Okay, so I have the energy today to do another video about frequencies, musical frequencies, medical frequencies, prescription drug frequencies, herbal frequencies. There's food frequencies. Everything in your body has a specific frequency. And what are you using therapies for as far as frequencies? And it could be a musical therapy, it could be sound therapy, it could be crystal healing therapy, it could be Rife machine therapy, also known as medicine. Then we also know about direct energy weapons that people have inference that were used to reshape California and all the different fires and stuff. And so when you're using frequencies as medicine and as therapies, then you're contributing to the destruction of mankind. And I'll be quite honest, I know this is not going to win me a lot of friends with those who are in the industries of music and frequencies and therapies. I mean, it's one thing to play music for people because you want to give them something to enjoy. You're not using it as medicine. You're not prescribing someone your occupation as a therapy. It's just you're making music and that's your frequency, but not using it as a therapy or medicine. So any kind of medicine will work against anyone, even if it's a frequency. That was the energy healing world, using direct energy weapons against a person's evolution, like the Rife machines or using the Fitbits or other types of frequency-related therapies or monitoring somebody's frequencies. And so it's not any better. That's no different than giving someone a pill to cause a frequency in the body. You're not doing anything different. It's just semantics because you don't understand the words that are being used. Frequency is an energy that's given off. How big or how large the frequency is, or how close together the frequencies are, or how far apart they are, is all relative to the intention. Okay, and so each part of your body gives off a frequency, and your heart gives off a more of a frequency than maybe your liver. And everything in your body has a very specific algorithm, a very specific frequency, and that could be translated into music, into therapies, into even the population with like 5G, 6G, 7G, 8G, and all the particle acceleration. Okay, and so frequency is everything that you intend to do to stop energy or to encourage more energy based upon the intention of what you want to do to control people, get them addicted, or destroy life. Because that's also what oncology is using a specific frequency, a chemical frequency, to destroy new life in the body. So even music can be too much for people. Realize what you're using music and frequencies for. If music is therapy, then you're already on a death trajectory. I even limit to how much music I listen to. And I don't listen to a lot of music except for very occasional. And then there's specific frequencies I look for, and it's very occasional. And they're on my reels. I'll listen to some of those. Some days I just don't want to feel like listening to any of that music. I never was a music person. My husband loves the hard metal. That was one of my pet peeves, and we were in the car together for a long period of time, is he would want to play his heavy, hard metal. And I would want something more calming, like, a contemporary, like an Annie Lennox. But even then, okay, so I even limit how much music I listen to, and I don't listen to a lot of music except for very occasional, and there's specific frequencies I look for, but it's still very occasional. Because musical frequencies can also cannibalize somebody. Which is why I have a hard time with too much electronic or hard metal. It's actually a music of destruction. Even if you have to feed your body to keep up with it, what is the point of even doing it if you have to keep feeding your body to keep up with that music? That's the thing. And so I understand how frequency can be used against you and used for medicine and therapy with the outcome of destruction. When music frequency is like 5G and particle acceleration, then you see how shit works. Why do you think the 1960s and 70s had such amazing music come out of it? The drugs and the frequencies and the dying and reproducing and the sexualization of everything. I'm telling you, stuff goes very deep, very deep. And so people are using frequencies on YouTube so they can go to sleep. Why are you using frequencies to go to sleep? like a melatonin. Instead of taking a melatonin, you're now tapping into something on YouTube used as a therapy. You see, energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted. So you can convert a pill, a powder, a supplement, a detox into an actual musical type of intonation, a musical tone that will do the same thing that a pill, powder, detox, oncology would do to a person. You see how energy works? It can be converted into so many different things based upon the intention. So when I see someone posting that the future of medicine is going to be frequencies, I know exactly what their intention is. I know exactly what they're doing. I know exactly how the system is now converting energy to hide behind the intentions. And it's still causing destruction in people. See, so I even pay attention to why I use music or do not like using music. Believe me, I don't listen to a lot of music, even on my Facebook. But it took me a minute to figure this out because, remember, energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted. And so then you see then what the system is doing when they're saying, oh yeah, not Tesla, but Einstein or someone said that the future of medicine is frequency. I'm like, fucking A. Yeah, yep. And then you see all the energy healing world and all the crystals being used and the Rife machines. And then now you're seeing the climate change. And, yeah. And so you can have, again, you can have music and frequencies emanate the same music. You can see music and sound be on the same frequency as radiation and chemotherapy. And you'd have to know what the frequency of the oncology of the radiation chemotherapy, measure that frequency, and then go find someone's music and measure that frequency, and then you can see how music can actually destroy people and turn them rabid, turn them violent, or bring up other hormones to deplete them, all the pleasure hormones, right? There are people who put music out there to give people pleasure, and people also abuse that. And so they're listening to all this music, not realizing that it's actually taking more away from them and covering up their evolution. That's how the medical holistic system keeps converting the same intentions. And then people out there who don't know any better, and they're also compromised themselves, and they also have frequencies in their body that they're putting out there. And yeah, sexualized, and probably in deficit. Yes, they're dropping children because they're in deficit. Don't realize that's also what they're doing, is contributing to that. I'm telling you, there's nowhere to go if you don't understand how frequencies can be translated, how energy can be translated from a pill, chemotherapy, radiation, cannabis, to even music. To even music. And you're like, what? But that's the world that we live in. People don't understand energy. They really don't. They think they do. Oh, I understand energy. It's so great. Here, listen to this music. Listen to this stuff on YouTube. And it'll give you this specific algorithm that'll help you go to sleep. Okay, how's that any different than taking a pill? What helps me go to sleep is when I listen to stuff. I've conditioned my body to listen to information to go to sleep. When I was a kid, since we didn't have a TV in our room, we'd go to bed at a certain, like really early, because the parents want to do whatever they do at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So we go to bed when it's still light outside. So what do? I listen to the radio. I listen to KGO. I listen to all the politics. I listen to even some music stuff. But mostly I was falling asleep to people talking about anything that goes on in the world, all the politics. And so I conditioned myself to go to sleep to that frequency. Okay? I conditioned myself to go to sleep to that frequency. And so then now when I need to go to sleep, I feed myself, obviously, and I blow my nose, but I also listen to stuff on my YouTube. But I don't listen to any old stuff. I don't listen to music. I don't listen to hard metal. I don't listen to electronica stuff. What I listen to is just people talking information. Okay? They're talking information so I can make myself smarter. And I'm also feeding myself. I'm also releasing demons and blow my nose and all that stuff. And so in the process of me building myself up and going to sleep so I can let my body repair, I'm also taking in knowledge at the same time. That's what I even trained myself a long time ago when I was a kid, is to take in knowledge even at 10 years old. Not relying on music to get me by, to give me that therapy. And so this is another way to condition your children to not only become smarter, but to feed themselves, release the demons in the way that you hear about what I say in my book and all that, but not rely on music and other things to stop the pain, to be used as a therapy or a frequency. Again, when you're using any frequency as a therapy or a medicine, when you're using any frequency as a therapy or medicine, whether it's in a pill, powder, supplement, detox, cannabis, drugs, or music, or anything like that, you're working against yourself. And that's what you're promoting out there. When you say that into the population, that's what you're promoting. People don't do their shit, and they use you as a tool to stop their evolution. And I was like, holy shit. That was pretty crazy. That awareness. And so I'm just saying, be aware of what you're putting out there. Because you can say you understand the whole J world. But I'll tell you, understanding frequency is wow. Understanding frequency is wow. Okay? And the frequencies you put out there in the music can also be translated in oncology. And that's a very important concept to understand. All right, bye.